It's me once again, Alan Spidey. I feel like I don't always need to hit y'all with an introduction of what my name is. I post enough videos, so I'm going to hit y'all with another one. I'm going to do another championship belt look / review, but this time I'm going to change it up. I usually review championship belts that I got off WWEshop.com. But for people that are curious out there, I feel like I need to review specifically these replicas to let people know if these are worth it or not. So I'm going to jump right into it. The championship belt that I'm going to be reviewing today, I actually picked up off Amazon with Prime shipping, which means you're going to get it fairly quickly if you're a Amazon Prime subscriber. And the championship belt that I want to talk about today, I believe I have like 5 of these championship belts off Amazon, and they're all going to be different, like the quality, all that. But I'm going to review each and every one of them for you guys one at a time, so you kind of know what to expect when you order these things, assuming most of these are still up for sale. So today I wanted to specifically talk about the NWA Domed Globe Championship belt. This was picked up off Amazon, and I do believe it said the user or seller, whatever, like the little names you see in the corner when you go on Amazon. I think it said Vital USA, I believe. I'm going to get right into talking about pros, and I'm going to be getting right into talking about cons. And I don't even remember if this belt fits around my waist or not. Let's give it a go here and see. Well, I mean, it kind of slides a bit. I guess if you got a bigger waist than mine, I'm only a size 30 waist, you should be fine. And it probably will look pretty good. And I want to take a look at some closer details here, and this might require me to switch up the footage here a little bit so I can get a wider shot of everything here, and then I'll kind of break down everything. I will break down the pros and I'll break down the cons. So I guess one of the cons is if you have a waist smaller than, I would say, maybe like 34 inches, this belt's probably gonna look like crap around your waist, because as you can see on me, it slides like crazy. But let's take a closer look at this championship belt. So another con I gotta say is that center plate is damn small. It's very small. I guess if you kind of were to carry it like this, it would look like okay, but they usually like bigger championships. This one is awful small. I do like the fact that there are 2 side plates on each side. Got an Australia one and a Canada one. I don't think the paint job is the best, but you know, you get what you paid for. I think I paid $100 for this. The Mexico one, the Japan one. I actually do think those 2 actually look pretty nice, even with the paint job. Now, since we're going to talk about paint jobs, though, I gotta say I'm a little disappointed. It might look better on the camera, but I'm a little disappointed with the gold. Not very shiny. I think they could have done a little bit better job with that. I'm gonna go for another pro here, though. I do think the strap is pretty good. I love when a championship belt flexes like that, like it does on TV. I love that. Guess we can talk about this center plate. I do like that. It pops out a lot. That part pops. I like that. The USA flag, I guess it's an okay paint job. I don't think there's any other states or anything on there. I do kind of like these riblets here. Had this on I had those on a Ring of Honor title replica too. But you know what, y'all, for $100, this really is not the best, because the plates are at least 4 millimeter. That's That's not bad for 100 bucks. Actually, I believe it might have been more like 115. But still, I mean, these things are gonna go cheaper for what you get your replicas off of WWE shop and stuff. I can't remember if Figures Toy Company had a replica like this or not, but I guarantee you if they did, it probably felt a little bit more real than this one here. But it's still not a terrible replica. Now, what I really don't like about this at all is this bullshit right here. I hate when they put gold tips on there and they don't even cover the whole belt. I hate that. You know, I would like it better if it didn't have one on there. Just leave it off. You know, you don't need to do a shitty job on belt tips if you ain't gonna cover the whole thing. Outside, I do like that the buttons on the outside are covered up though. I like that. This championship has good floppiness to it, so that's also another pro. And here's how it looks around my shoulder. Flip it to this side. You know, it's like I said, if you don't like small championship belt replicas, I don't know if I'll recommend it. I believe like when this was on television, though, I think the championship belt was fairly small. Like I remember seeing, I think it might have gotten bigger when like Cody Rhodes and like people from the newer generation had it, but I know when like Harley Race had it and Flair and stuff, it was a small championship. So maybe this one is kind of supposed to resemble that one more. But there also have been some legendary champions that have held this championship. Like I said, you had Ric Flair, you had Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes had it. Oh, and Kerry Von Erich. And speaking of Kerry Von Erich, Iron Claw is actually the reason why I wanted to pick up this replica. Put it next to a Iron Claw 11x17 poster with this championship right next to it, which I might even pick up a Texas Heavyweight Championship for the same reason and do them like side to side and then put the Iron Claw movie poster in the middle. But this is my very first Amazon review for a championship belt. And for what it is, y'all, it's not terrible. I don't regret the purchase. Not at all. Especially not with the 4mm plates. You're not going to get the kind of quality you get from like WWE shop. I mean, as far as the straps go, I think sometimes you can get a better quality strap. I actually like these straps more because I like flexibility in my belts. I love that. Because, you know, if you fold them up and stuff, it looks cool. I display this one on my wall. And it's a very nice addition. I have thought about picking up, since WWE Shop no longer has the North American Championship replica, I thought about picking one from Amazon up from that and maybe the WCW Cruiserweight. But, you know, it just depends if I have luck finding better replicas elsewhere. This is kind of like my backup plan. I will be reviewing some more Amazon Wrestling Championship belts that I got in the future, but I wanted to start it off with the NWA Dome Globe Championship belt. And if I'm going to rate this belt out of 5 stars, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Don't regret the purchase. I just think the paint job could be a little bit better. But for the price I paid, you know, if it had a really good paint job, I probably could have maybe given it a 4. Maybe even a 4.5. So that's my review. If you like the review, go ahead and click that like button. And please feel free to subscribe. I'll catch you on the next video.